About 2 years ago, my partner Sandra and I decided that we wanted to live closer to the land. So we started to look for somewhere to buy, and we found this place, which is Lynbreck Croft. We're in the Highlands, just within the Cairngorms National Park Authority, and we've got 150 acres here of a mixture of grassland, woodland, hill ground and bog, because we're in Scotland. And so what we wanted to do whenever we got here was to, as I say, live a life that was very much closer to the land, but also to make it a kind of viable business, because this is where we wanted to live and spend as much time as we could here. But what we decided to do was to build a business whereby every decision that we make is based on a positive environmental outcome. So either it has to make no impact, or it has to improve the landscape in which it's a part of. So we started to build this plan whereby we looked at trying to develop this business model which would deliver all these outcomes in the future. We both come from a conservation background, so we're very conscious of the impact that we have on the natural environment. And so if we can produce food in a way in which is really kind of environmentally beneficial, then that would be great. So we bought the croft ourselves, and then what we had the challenge of was to build this business accessing the grant system, so accessing the agricultural and forestry grant system. We've done that through accessing a number of grants, including a woodland creation grant to plant 17,500 trees on our hill ground, to use a woodland grant to put fencing around our woodlands to try and protect them and enhance them. We're going into agri-environment hopefully in next year to restore our grasslands. So it's really important to use all of those grants to kind of help build the business that we want to run. Our motivation at Lynbreck is really to find a way to live as a part of the land and the landscape that we're part of, in a way in which only enhances everything around us. So we don't want to come in and change things, and we don't want to come in and alter things in any way in which isn't ecologically sound. We want to use everything that we have. We want to work with what we've got, and we want to use all of that to deliver something that's really positive for everybody and everything. So we talk about our Lynbreck team, and we talk about our Lynbreck team being a part of, it's ourselves, but it's also the animals that we have, and also everything that lives here already. So we want to make sure that we're using every part of the team to deliver that. And I guess what we want to do by doing that is to try and find another way of farming for the future, which will help to enhance all of these habitats and help to connect industries such as farming and forestry and conservation and bring them all into one small unit, to show that we don't all have to exist separately, that we can all work together, and that we can all have all these kind of different targets and goals, but that we can achieve them all collectively and deliver that on a little croft like ours, but also how we could roll that out, or how other people could roll that out onto other bigger landscapes. Our Lynbreck kind of agricultural team will be, I guess, fourfold. So we'll have Highland cattle that will come on next springtime, and the Highland cattle will be used as part of our grassland restoration. So what we'll do is we'll move them around in small paddocks and very carefully monitor their grazing, and use them to nibble down the grass and poop and pee as they go, and fertilise it naturally, and move them around the croft, and that will be really beneficial for the grassland. We'll follow up the cow grazing with pasture chickens. So the chickens will be moved around in electric fence paddocks, and what they will do is they will scratch through all the cow poop, and they'll scatter it all around, and then they'll add their own bits and bobs, and they'll help to kind of graze bits of the grassland as well. And then in time, what we'll do is expose little patches of bare earth, which will allow the seed bank to rejuvenate itself, and will provide little pockets where other seed can come in and germinate and grow. So that's our kind of grassland restoration, and that's what our cows and our hens will be doing. Our pigs will be part of our woodland restoration. So what they will do is they will be moved through the woodlands in small paddocks, and they'll snuffle the earth, which is what pigs do, and they'll break up all the dense mats of grass, and they'll allow, it's similar to the grassland situation actually, they'll allow an opportunity for trees to regenerate naturally, and provide those little bare patches where seeds can fall and grow into trees. So that's what the pigs will do, and then we'll have bees as well, native Scottish black bees, and the bees, their job will be to pollinate everything. So they'll be there to enhance all the work that everybody else is doing and spread it around as much as they possibly can. So that's the kind of the jobs that our kind of Lynbreck agricultural team are going to have. So I guess on a business model, what it is that we have to do is to make Lynbreck pay for itself. And I guess there's a number of avenues in which we hope to deliver that. So one is using our kind of existing skills of good environmental management. So getting people to come here, to have courses here, and to highlight what it is that they could take away and do in other places. So there's that sort of arm. Then there's the actual pure agricultural business. So all the meat, all the cows will be finished here, and we'll send the carcasses off for butchering, and then we'll sell the meat locally. Same with the pigs. The hens will be egg laying, so again we'll sell the eggs locally, and the bees will produce honey, which again will be for local sale. So that's the agricultural side of it, and then we'll have the more kind of tourism-based side. So we're lucky to live here in the most sort of, one of the most beautiful views in Scotland, and we hope that people will want to come here, and we want to give them the opportunity to do that. So we've got an old house that we want to renovate and have as a holiday let, which will help to bring another kind of arm of income into our business.